gonna start by getting my brow brush a little bit damp by wiping it off on a wet makeup wipe. Alright, so once my brow brush is a little bit damp, I'm going to dip it into the pomade and grab some product. Next, and I know this sounds funny, but now we're going to wipe it all off. We want to start off with as little product as possible because we can always build. We don't want to have too much all at once. I literally wipe it off on the sides of the container just like this. This also makes my brush very thin and it makes it easier to apply light strokes. Here is the brush. Okay, so I'm going to take the other end of my eyebrow brush and just kind of brush them through. So I start off at about this point and then kind of like lightly trace the shape that I want. So I am aware that I have really full brows already and I do have them shaped just how I want them. So this is a pretty easy step for me, but even if you don't have them shaped how you want them, you can use Dipbrow to shape how you want them to look and then pluck the areas around that so you can get this shape. So next I'm kind of gonna just do upwards diagonal strokes really lightly, not too crazy, just in the areas that are sparse. And I didn't pick up any extra product, it's just what's left over. So I'm going to repeat the first step by picking up more product and wiping it all off. So the strokes in the front of the brow are going to be a little bit more vertical because that's how my natural hair grows. And so I'm just going to kind of follow that. And I know this is kind of all wilding out, but it's okay, we can fix it. So I'm just gonna brush that through with the spoolie, make it a little more natural and blend it in. A little lighter pressure on the end. Okay. So now that we fill them in and define them, we're gonna clean them up a little bit with some concealer. I typically use a lot of concealer because I use the excess concealer as an eyeshadow base. But if you're not gonna do eyeshadow after this, just use about half. I just kind of dot my concealer along like this. I might need a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with a flat concealer brush. And once again, I'm gonna want my brush to be very, very flat. So I'm gonna flatten it out with a paper towel. And then we're just gonna carve out the shape that we want. The very last step is to use clear brow gel to just keep your hairs in place throughout the rest of the day. So just upwards motions. I like to keep this part up. And see the difference between these hairs are going down naturally because they're so heavy, but these ones are now going up and they're gonna stay there all day. And that is it, guys. That is literally how I do my brows every day. Once you get the hang of it, it's so simple and so quick. And it just looks a little bit more defined. I know I have very full brows already. I just want them to be a little cleaner, a little crisper. All right, I'm gonna do my other eyebrow and the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I went ahead and did my other eyebrow, my full face. If you like this eyebrow tutorial, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what other kind of content you guys would like to see from me because, honey, I got the time.